Thank you for staying with us. Drowning remains a significant concern for many along the coast, especially during summer. In response to the problem, the Warobile Lifesaving Aquatics Academy seeks to address this by giving free swimming lessons and training programs aimed at the youth. The Academy says it provides ongoing education in swimming as well as water safety skills. Nasiphi Same joins us for more. Nasiphi, free lessons for swimming there. What can people expect to want to take part in this program?
Well, speaking to the founder earlier, Keith Abrahams, he indicated that they want to address the plight or the issue of drownings throughout the country. He indicated that according to stats from the National Sea Rescue Institute from 2022 was that there were over 1,500 drownings. And he believes that, equipping young children or the youth with skills such as learning how to swim and being water-wise is going to curb that increasing numbers. And it is youth from Maitland and the surrounding that are benefiting from these free lessons. I'm actually joined now by Casey Miller, a coach here. And earlier on we saw the young ones, splashing around in the water. But you were fortunate enough when you joined this academy, you were able to swim.
Yes, I was, as I learned from a young age. And the primary school that I was at, it was mandatory to have swimming lessons so that you could at least float and be able to save yourself.
But then beyond that, what else did you learn from the academy?
Oh, I learned a lot. CPR, AR, and we learned how what you're supposed to do in a stressful situation when you see that somebody's in need of help or if they're drowning. We've also learned, we're starting to learn first aid, and soon enough with the program, there's going to be way more stuff to learn as well. There's so many, I can't even think of all of it.
When you are quite young, you said you were about 20, right? And earlier on we saw one of the 8-year-olds obviously learning how to swim. When somebody joins and is here for the first day, what is it that you teach them first?
Usually, most of them can't really swim, so we first teach them the basics, which is floating on your back, your stomach, and seeing if they're able to swim and pick up toys from the bottom of the pool. Usually we only do that by the shallow side first.
And do you find that it's a bit easier to teach the young ones as compared to the oldies like me?
Actually, it's way more easy to actually teach the older people because they kind of take instructions much better than the younger ones.
Casey, you were saying that, with this academy and the skills that you're learning, refining that skill that you had, which was to swim, you're looking at bigger things later on in the year?
Yes, Robben Island being one of them, which is a 7.5 kilometer swim from Robben Island to Blouberg Strand. And open swimming, which is in the seas and rivers and lakes, usually it's way much more difficult than swimming in a pool. So I'm looking forward to that for the challenge that it brings, as well as it's a way to push your limits as well as an individual.
And Casey, how important is it to learn how to swim? I mean, earlier on Keith was saying that it's not just for people living on the coast or visiting the coast, but also inland. Now you speak of rivers and dams.
Yes, it is very important. It's something that I think would be wiser to do when you have kids, like from a young age. Because 1 second you turn your back, next thing you know, the kid is drowning. So it's an important skill to have, especially for the foreigners also that come and visit as well.
Quickly, Dion, I'm going to bring you in. You were saying that you joined about 2 weeks ago? You joined last week. My apologies. Talk to us about your journey.
When I started here, I couldn't swim properly. I just knew the basics, but Keith, he showed me the basics of how to swim. So I listened to his instructions, and I just...
But leave it there. Dion is a bit shy, but he was just talking to us that it's only been a week since he joined this academy, and we, actually shocked ourselves because the first thing he did was to dive into the pool. So, a week in, Dion is saying that he's also managed to just refine his skills when it comes to swimming. Hearing Casey, one of the coaches, indicating that, or rather telling us the importance of being water-wise, not only for people living on the coast, but also inland. And she mentioned now that, it takes 1 second for somebody to drown.
That's our reporter Nasiphi Same out in Cape Town, of course, enjoying some splash in the sun, but of course a very noteworthy cause here where people are being offered free swimming lessons.